two incidents which happened within the last week indicates that slowly the Sri Lankan legal profession has begun to re-emerge as a fighting force in defending the basic rights of the people. These two incidents are: one, the intervention of lawyers in the case of Vasantha Mudalige and other students who went to discuss a matter relating to Buddhist and Pali University to the Ministry of Education. It is a well-known incident, reported everywhere, and unfortunately the police arrived and without any reason arrested these persons, treated them extremely cruel ways, and finally tried to refuse them getting bail from the courts by make false allegations about damage to state property, etc., which the lawyers appearing for these students were able to expose as falsehoods, and as a result the court gave a very admirable judgment holding the balance of justice in favor of the students. The application for refusing bail was rejected. The other incident is regarding the Right to Information Act. A decision which was earlier given by the Commission was to reveal or to give to the applicants the names of those members of Parliament who have declared their assets, and this was appealed to, and the appeal court rejected the appeal and reaffirmed the Commission's decision to let the parties have this name revealed publicly. This too was facilitated by lawyers who have taken a spirited defense of the rights of their clients. This re-emergence of the fighting spirit of the bar reminds us of a certain period of rather a dark period in the history of legal profession in the country. One time, the president of the Bar Association, Mr. Banti Soisa, a famous lawyer of his time, remarked to a group of students that one day you will know the value of lawyers when you no longer have lawyers. That was very much experienced in Sri Lanka when the legal profession began to go down the hill due to various kinds of pressures brought about politically on the one hand through the operation of 1978 Constitution, and particularly by the actions of the former Chief Justice, who was sitting Chief Justice then, the Sarath Silva, up to the period of Mohan Piris, where there was huge confusion about the role of courts and the role of lawyers and the possibility of obtaining justice in Sri Lanka. These doubts still remain. There is a disillusionment of people, the whole generation of people losing faith in the system, and this is being acknowledged even in judicial pronouncements. It is in this midst that the lawyers began to re-emerge as a force once again during the Aragale, the struggle that is known, which happened last year, where the people came to the street in defense of their rights, and they were subjected to many forms of harassments. At that point, the lawyers of Sri Lanka played a very bold role, often appearing free for their clients and boldly defending the rights of the people. And as a result, not only those who are affected, but the liberty in the country was to a great deal saved because of these efforts. This new revival is essential at a time when the democracy is once again threatened more than ever before. The attempt even to undo the right for voting, right to elect their own local and other government bodies, and similar severe threats are posed to the democracy. The people will have to depend a great deal on the legal profession. Whether the legal profession will stand up to the test and re-emerge as a force that can defend the rule of law will determine many of the outcomes of what is the kind of governance and what is the kind of society Sri Lanka is going to be. People are facing the worst problems ever in their lives, not only in the political field but also economically, socially and otherwise. This is a time for justice, and the justice requires courageous and competent lawyers who will treat the profession not merely as a livelihood affair, but also as a cornerstone of the society in which they live. This society is now a threatened society, and this re-emergence of the legal profession in this manner is a heartwarming to see. The lawyers must develop their own competence because legal education in the country was let down a great deal within the last decades. With a greater legal skills and the boldness of heart, if they contribute to enlightening the judiciary on matters of law, then the Sri Lanka once again not only will preserve its liberty, but also Sri Lankan judiciary itself will benefit by defending its independence. Its independence need to be defended because there are so many forces that are attacking it. the judicial review that was lost must be restored. So therefore, the legal profession today is facing that test, whether people will say that we had a kind of lawyers who are able to face up to this situation, will be a important question for the future generations will watch.